Hello, welcome to all my beautiful, vibrant souls who are Geminis. I have big Gemini placements or maybe cross watchers for Geminis to the month ahead predictions. This is going to be looking at the month of March 2024. Pardon my bathrobe, but like it's so warm and cozy, so we're having cozy tarot time. I'm glad we can hang out. So my intention with this month's reading is to specifically look at an area where energies of luck, abundance, or expansion are going to be having a significant role, or like kind of to what areas of your life those energies will be lending themselves in the month of March. I'm fixing my little hairs. So yeah, with that, let's jump into it. I hope you guys had a beautiful February. I hope it treated you well. I hope you got more out of it than you expected, and I hope it exceeded your expectations, which is pretty much the same thing. At the bottom, we have compassion here. This is card 15. That reminds me of the Devil card in the tarot. So there might be something where you may have been struggling to have compassion for self, struggling to have compassion for the circumstances in a situation, how it's been going. This doesn't feel like struggling to have compassion necessarily directly with another person. There could be another person involved, but it's either like struggling to have compassion with yourself or to have compassion with how things are panning out. So if there are delays, if there are areas where you feel blocked, it might feel like it's really, really hard in those moments to be compassionate with how things are panning out, I guess, is the best thing I can say here. Universal love. Okay, this is perfect. 44 is a power number, but it also reduces to an 8. So again, there's that abundance manifestation energy. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. I love this because, again, I was just picking up on the energy of like struggling to have compassion with self or like delays and other people involved in those delays. So for example, let's say that you're trying really hard to manifest a business, and if you're applying for certain loans or certain permits or things like that, if there are like delays in the process, you might not legitimately be like angry or upset with the bank employee or with an employee of a governmental agency, but just with the process itself, right? That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up. So this is really beautiful. So where the expansive lucky energy is going to be lending itself is, I feel, first of all, there's going to be a softening in the heart space, right? Excuse me. There we go. There's going to be a softening in the heart space. It's going to be easier to be patient, right? So if you've been feeling very frustrated, kind of angry, trying really hard to stay positive, keep the peace, keep the faith, this is where it's going to kind of actually start to become easier for you. I also feel like, too, this is where you're going to start seeing the people around you as helping you with your cause, right? This is kind of moving from, away from that paranoia into that pronoia of seeing everything as conspiring in your favor. You might be going through a healing and expansion to your crown area, to your crown chakra. Because while the crown is our connection to source, it also is the connection that we share through source to all of existence itself, right? And everybody that we encounter. So there's a sense where it's making me think of the quote, everywhere you go, everyone you meet, you're just talking to yourself. I feel like you guys might be kind of embodying that energy this month. That energy might be where there's extra support and luck and expansion, is sort of like being able to, you may also find that you have, I don't want to say the gift of persuasion, but kind of like the gift of persuasion, where it's like everybody you're going to be dealing with and talking to this month, you're able to like establish some type of connection with them right off the bat. And so they might want to like almost lend a little bit extra support. So let's say in the previous example, you're applying for loans. Maybe, you happen to have the right energy, the right kind of conversation unfold. It's making me think of Felix Felicis kind of vibes from Harry Potter. you know what to say. You guys are able to connect, and it's because you're able to connect like energetically with people. And so like, and it's an authentic conversation, it's an authentic relationship, it's, you know, whatever is going on. So in that example, it would be like, you know, you're able to establish really good and authentically good rapport. So maybe somebody's like, you know what, I'll send out an extra email to remind them. I'll see what I can do. I'll pull some strings. That energy might be coming up in your favor. So let's pull a chakra card to get greater details. I'm not going to take this, but I do want to look at it. Excuse me, my allergies are just awful. Soul healing. This is the soul star chakra in this deck. That's the 8th chakra. So again, this really feels like something where this is because there were significant lessons and blockages that had to be dealt with. Yeah, the bottom is listening. Some of you felt like nobody was listening to you. Some of you had a block because you felt like nobody could authentically understand you and truly hear you. We have 24 that reduces to a 6. 15 was at the bottom, which reduced to a 6. And I was noticing we have a 6-sided design here, a hexagonal design. Or maybe not 6-sided, but 6-pointed. 6 is the number of balance, reciprocity, unconditional love, interpersonal harmony. Some of you just may not have felt like anybody was truly listening to you, that anyone really wanted to hear what you have to say. You may have felt very disconnected, so had almost like a wounded or impacted crown chakra. So there's a sense here where I feel like that is what's being healed. You may have been doing a lot of work in that area. Crown chakra, spiritual awakening. This is quite beautiful. 29 reduces to 11, which reduces to a 2. 2, while it does deal with, you know, crossroads, decisions, balance, also deals with partnerships. This is going to be a month where that energy of luck and abundance and expansion comes in, with an expansion to the crown, possibly a little bit to the third eye as well, but to the crown, and being able to overcome blockages toward feeling connected to everybody else. And the thing is, it's going to be very authentic. Like in my bank teller example earlier, it's not like you're manipulating somebody to get what you want. You're authentically being able to have better conversations because, again, you're able to energetically connect better with other people. There is a greater openness. And this is going to manifest itself, I feel, in connections with others. Just like everybody you meet, you'll be seeing the ways that you're alike more than the ways that you are different. And that might seem like a relatively small shift in perspective, but it can actually be one of the most monumental ones we experience in this lifetime. So let's clarify universal love. Some of you might be kind of leaning on or connecting at a deeper level with soul family. I'll pull the other ones after. But the King of Cups reverse. Yeah, this was a wound. Some of you could have water sign placements, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That could be somebody you're dealing with. Excuse me. The 8 of Wands. We love that. We love that. And the Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. Okay. So for some of you, again, there's a project you'd like to pursue. There's something you're very passionate about. Excuse me. We have 2 cards of travel. This feels like there's something you wanted to pursue, but the reason why it hasn't moved forward, not because of a lack of will, a lack of passion, a lack of drive. This is the Knight of Wands is a warrior, right? Not because of that, but because of this blockage. Look at even the placement. The King of Cups is like almost looking at this, right? These are the 8 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands are moving away from him. Almost looking at it like, did you forget about me? This is why whatever this is in your life, it has... I do feel like it's something that would bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment. But the reason why it has not moved forward, I'm seeing like something where it's like you're trying to move away from it and it almost circles back around. The reason why it hasn't moved forward is because leaving or moving on to the next thing or moving forward toward this goal would not have solved the true root issue. So because you've been dealing with that, because you've been healing that, there is movement forward this month. And I feel like one of the big pieces of movement here is the breakthrough in energy. I want to know a little bit more about this King of Cups reversed. The Star. This has a lot to do with soul family, feeling like you're able to be connected to other people as an authentic version of yourself, that you will again be listened to, that you will be loved, that you will be received well and appreciated. We have Aquarius energy showing up here, that your truth will be, I'm hearing the word admired, but your truth will be venerated and lauded in some way, shape, or form. So it might seem like it was totally unrelated to this desire, this project. This even could be trying to plan a vacation, trying to plan a trip, and it hasn't, something's just fallen through. There have been unexpected expenses that have come up you've had to cancel. Accommodations where you're trying to stay are been booked up forever. The reason why is because there's something still back at home that needed to be dealt with. If you guys have been trying to relocate, you may have wanted to relocate to try to be nearer to soul family, but it's like before you could move forward, you everywhere you go, you take you with you, right? So this wound within you needed to be healed. So that way it's not carried over into the next steps, the next stages. King of Pentacles. We have a lot of people coming out with all the court cards. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn showing up now. This is in order to have greater stability within yourself. Sorry, I have wicked bad allergies and asthma today, as you could probably hear. I'm just sniffling like a little fiend. And for some, this is really about a business or wanting to take steps forward to, put something out there that would, I feel like this is something that you feel like would bring you a lot of stability, could have a lot of longevity, would be something very grounding and stable and nurturing for yourself. And it's the universe saying it's not a no, but it has been a not yet, because this was what needed to be healed. So I want to get a better feel for how this is showing up this month. A little bit more specifically. How's this universal love energy going to more specifically be playing out this month? The World. Again, you could be traveling. There's a heavy energy of travel here. The Four of Wands. This is a very beautiful read. The Two of Swords. Okay. And the Strength. Okay. For some of you, there is a particular relationship where you or this other person are deciding this month to not give up on this. This could be, again, heavy emphasis on soul family. This is somebody who's in who you feel is in your soul family. Somebody who you may have been in no communication with. That could be broken this month. But there's a sense here of renewed stamina, renewed vigor, and a renewed desire to try again. And I feel, again, this is either something you're experiencing, or if you walked away from them and it's I can't do this anymore, or this is mutual, because I feel like this person's in a similar space as this already. So they're either coming to that with you at the same time, whether you're in communication or not, or they've already been in this space. But this is really where, clarifying universal love, the way this is going to show up. You're getting a different perspective. That's why you've been blocked from being able to move forward. A different perspective about what it means to be happy, what it means to feel joyful, and to as your authentic self, and to be accepted for that. This is something you've been working on for a long time. This is a healing coming in, and a feeling of it's like a full circle moment in some way, shape, or form. This is really lovely. Some of you, again, are getting renewed vigor or stamina to move toward a goal of connecting more heavily to other people, or connecting at a more deeper spiritual level, right? So starting to really open up, put yourself out there, share your beliefs, share what's authentically important to you, and trust that the right people are going to support you in that and or gravitate to that. So I want to clarify spiritual awakening. I had pulled one card. I'm going to pull more. Two of Wands in reverse. A lot of you guys have been leading up to this for a while. The Two of Wands in reverse for me can be kind of hovering in the doorway. We're sort of drawn to a new path. We've decided we're going to go on that path, but we're okay, I'm going to do it. Do I do it now? Like, maybe I'll do this, like, I'll slowly approach it. We're kind of like, yeah, we're going to do it, but we're holding back in some way, shape, or form. Let me clarify. Okay. The Page of Cups reversed. Yeah, there was a healing that had to take place. Possibly inner child healing. The Page of Wands. Okay. The Nine of Wands. Oh, baby. And the the Ten of Wands, excuse me. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There's a fear about if the timing was right on something. There's also a fear, I feel like, from you guys. There's again, the hovering in the doorway, right? And I feel like this hovering energy is about pursuing something that you authentically want, that makes you happy, that you feel passionate about, regardless of what has happened before or what people think about it. Because there is a sense with the Nine of Wands that it would be a fight. It would be a shift, right? It would be doing something different. And with spiritual awakening and all these coming out, you know, I feel like you've had a shift in perspective about what it means to pursue this path. You're having that this month, and that's kind of like playing out further. Because I think before with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, things have just like, it hasn't been the right time. Things may have gone poorly in the past, and there's a fear. This may have been the blockage, the fear around like taking the next step, taking the leap. And I feel like you're getting a shift in perspective on that this month. That's kind of like allowing you to finally move forward. The Emperor reversed. You might have been really working on releasing issues when it comes to control, which is really great. And letting the wheel turn for you. Yeah, the Page of Cups reversed. This could have been issues with a father figure. Yep, Six of Swords reversed, inner child healing card for me. And the Four of Pentacles. I think a lot of you have tried to exert some type of control, whether this is over your perception of a situation, how much you open up to other people. There's been, it's kind of been like not letting the wheel turn for you, right? Not letting certain things cycle into your life, not letting certain things cycle out of your life, right? Controlling how much of yourself you really put out there into the world, or what you reach for fear of very vulnerably and authentically letting yourself want something and express that, and losing control over that, right? Or losing the thing that you love, right? Having to fight for it and still come out empty-handed. And so I think a lot of you have had cycles in the past with the Emperor in reverse of like either trying to control a situation or giving over your power entirely. Or I'm getting this energy again of hiding. Hiding parts of who you are, and that's like the ability to control something. It's like, I can't control if people stay or go, but I can control how much of myself I authentically bring into the experience. So if they reject me or they leave, it's not a real rejection of me, right? That's just like one example. But this is a month where I feel like you guys are having insight and breakthrough, and finally kind of like overcoming some of these energies that you've been dealing with for a while. There's almost again that sense of emotional renewal, especially when it comes to connecting with other people. Emotional renewal about like, you know what, I think I'm going to try to put myself out there. Like, I think I'm going to try to, you know, you could be also like, if you are trying to apply for things, ask for things, be like sharing more about your project, like sharing more about your authentic joy and enthusiasm. You could be like sharing more of your vulnerability, right? With the Emperor reverse, being like, you know what, I'll be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Can you walk me through it? Or do you have some extra time to give me some pointers? Again, it's whatever you're reaching for. Your luck and expansion comes from your spiritual awakening and greater understanding of not only your own journey, but how that has impacted the connections that you have. And having that understanding is going to allow you to be able to try different strategies than you've tried in the past. And I feel this very authentic, vulnerable, new way of trying things is going to resonate very, very well. So maybe let's say if you make content, you're trying to talk about things in a completely different way, that will resonate well for people. Maybe you're trying to control your appearance a lot less. That will resonate very well. There's an authenticity that's going to be coming through, and that's what people are going to respond to. So I see this being a month that is very supportive of you, of your growth, very supportive of your authenticity, and very supportive of you connecting to people at a highly authentic, high vibrational level, right? Again, a lot of crown chakra energy here. So I think that's everything I've got for you, Geminis, today. I hope this was helpful. It seems like this is going to be a really beautiful month ahead. Again, very auspicious time for connections. And just feeling like, feeling like things are getting easier, feeling like you're making the progress that you want to see, and feeling, I'm getting the sense of more confident in your growth and your healing journey. Excuse my burp. Oops. So yeah, that's everything I've got for you for right now. I'm wishing you a happy, healthy month ahead. Take care, okay? Okay, bye.